Hey there, how are you? Dataverse offers enterprise-grade security that allows you to build scalable and secure solutions. My name is Jorge Daniel, and in this video, I'm going to walk you through the Dataverse security model. Dataverse is made of a few building blocks, being that environments are the first one. When you set up an environment, you are prompted to give it a security role, and you should do so. Think of the environment's purpose and give it a group accordingly. Say you are implementing CRM. Create a CRM group, and your users should be a member of that group. With that, you take care of step 1, granting access to the environment. Next, you have business units. All Dataverse databases have one default root business unit. You can change its display name and some other general information, but no more than that. What you can do is create child business units. And this can be needed for different reasons, such as departmental segregation, store location, markets, and so on. Business units own records, and each user will belong to a business unit, and most frequently will only have access to the records owned by that business unit. I say most frequently because you can have users with access to records in several business units. That's what Microsoft now calls modernized business units. Moving on, you have teams. Teams belong to business units, and there's a default team in each business unit. And teams can also own records. And this can help when you need to have several users with access to records. For instance, a sales opportunity being worked by several people. And then we have security roles that are applied to users or teams. This relates to table ownership, and you should notice that when you create a table, you can choose from organization or user team ownership. And you should stick with user team, and also be aware that virtual and elastic tables can only be organization owned, which means they don't allow for the user team granularity. So, a user has access to the environment and is related to a business unit, but for now, we have only opened the door. With security roles, we are going to specify what data can the user see and what he can do with it. Let's use an example. This help desk app. We want to create a security role for the customer service rep that will work on this table support cases. In your Power Platform Admin Center, choose the environment, go to Settings, and click Security Roles. As you can see, there are already a lot of security roles in place, and I'll leave a link to an article where you can read more on out-of-the-box security role. Now, click New Role, give it a name, CS Rep Role, and choose the business unit. In this case, I have only the default one, and click Save. From here, you can look for the tables you want, and the most efficient way to do it is using the search. Support case. Now you can decide on the permissions for the different actions: create, read, write or update, delete, but also append and append to, which are important so you can use lookups and relate the records with records from other tables, such as activities, for instance, and also assign and share. And the levels of permission available are user. In this case, for read, you get to see the records you own or that are owned by a team you are a member of. Don't forget about that. Then you have business units. You get to see all records owned by the business unit you are a part of. Don't forget about what I mentioned with modernized business units. Parent-child business units. You get to see all records owned by the business unit and by any child business unit that may be in place. And organization, you get to see all records. And what you do is decide on these levels for each action. Keep in mind that a user can be associated with multiple security roles and that permissions accumulate. This means that if you have two security roles for a user, one granting user level for read and the other granting business unit level for read, the user will be able to see all records in the business unit. To manage security roles, go to users, select a user and click the button to manage security role. There is one final level of access, and this is meant for a column in particular. For instance, take the contact record and let's suppose we are keeping some sensitive information there. We can put that information behind a column security profile. What this does is allow you to select one or more columns that should be protected from being seen by any user that is not a part of that column security profile. Also important, both security roles and column security profiles are solution aware. This means you can package them and distribute them as needed. Whoa, we covered a lot. And there is one more thing that is worth mentioning, and that is hierarchy security that can be set up for a number of scenarios, but maybe we can cover that in another video. Let me know if that's something of interest. And that's a wrap. See you soon.